Welcome back to Game 2 between TNC and PSG.LGD in the MDL Changsha Major. I'm joined to my right by, regrettably, not the greatest draft analysts, but still have certain merits.
But we got
Undefeated
make up
predictions,
for
though.
it with pretty faces, right?
Some would say.
That could stare into your soul.
I don't want another pretty face.
I don't want just anyone to hold.
I don't want another false draft prediction.
Yeah,
That's
I was
what I
gonna say.
don't want.
I think you guys should just start singing. That might be a better contribution
I'll
than
just
whatever
awkwardly stare at the camera every time I see an opportunity.
What
let's
someone
just
would
Change up real quick. There's
Huh.
been a change up. DP is now out of the game
Indeed.
immediately. TNC Predator
Yeah,
not
they're done
having
with
it.
this
Not
crap.
having it. Bane gone. Nothing. They're done with this. Is that respect? Is it hate?
I'm sure it's just that you can't. I don't know. You can't give LGD like all these heavy sustain heroes. So like I'm against the Omni pick, right? But then you combo it with natural BKB builders in the Rage and like that profit. Like when everyone has sustain, all of a sudden you're not really countered by anything because you can always just make yourself spell immune. What do you ban if you TNC? First pick this game for PSG.LGD, and also I was reading. I believe I found a really interesting stat, which is that at international lands, TNC has not won a BO3 in the playoff stage since December 2017.
Couldn't you have told me that before I predicted them to win the first game?
Well,
I mean, first game doesn't decide it, right? It's this game here. This is the one that really pushes your prediction correct or
Yeah,
not. There's the
yeah.
eye. I was just about to mention this. This has been contested every game. I was
Yeah.
curious to see if it would come out. But this leaves, there's a bounty, there's an NP.
and
Both of them are still in the pool.
Doom,
That's true.
which is what I would say was.
Also a Tusk, but I don't think
wow.
anybody's
Wow,
gonna open with
Tusk.
Tusk. Not a single.
Hey, they did it the Epicenter.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. It's just like I feel like.
I think it'll be. I mean, I think that the bounty, the NP, the Doom. Doom sounds much more terrifying than the other two. It could be, the Doom, but
I feel like Doom leaves you susceptible to Lycan is the one thing I'll say right now.
that's.
Does it though?
TNC's turn.
I guess it does.
I mean,
What that's
can
just
I
a
say?
Lycan
Top
susceptible
tier
to-
analysis going on in the corner here. I think that it's really important that TNC picks some darn stuns. How about an Axe? Or something else that stuns in the first round. Axe Sky, let's go.
I don't think so. That's not a. I don't know if that's the direction I want TNC to go. I mean,
Yeah, I
that's
guess
the thing,
Sky
though.
against
Look at the
Kyle.
heroes that are banned. They would almost always go Sand King in this spot, but they can't. And this, I think that the targeting of, I'm not saying that Tim's can't play more heroes, but I don't know if TNC wants him to play heroes that don't fulfill his role in their squad, which is to stun people.
Axe
What about Gyro?
Lesh.
Gyro or DK or something like that.
Axe Lesh. I'm calling it right
Axe
now.
Lesh?
That's my in-depth analysis. So what else do you think they're
I
going to
don't-
pick?
You
'Cause that's
can't
definitely
not
eliminating.
pick Doom. You can't.
Okay.
You cannot not pick Doom against Lycan.
I mean, they sure are taking their time.
But
to make this
Lycan's so
decision.
good against
No,
Doom.
it's because LGD will pick it. And then once again, they have two cores with heavy sustain that give them the tools to essentially answer anything TNC wants to do. I have not seen Doom lose a game yet.
I think they outsmarted him with this Lycan pick first. I think they were expecting the Doom pick, and they were going to pick Lycan themselves.
I think you're probably right.
And then I said that was how they outgamed him, and that
Wow.
seems to be applying here.
Brian,
Yeah.
the bold, accurate predictions on the line.
You know, if I say enough random crap,
And now we're
eventually I'm like, if you throw enough darts blindfolded at 6 in the morning while possibly under the influence of some.
Dota 2. Is this the? Oh, there's the Omni. What is this?
I don't know, man. That's just
No, it's definitely not
It's
an
a
Axe
change
Lash.
it's change of approach here.
Oh, please take Doom, guys. Oh no, TNC.
They're
I
mind
love you.
gaming themselves.
I'm
right
rooting
now.
for you. I really am. But that's not. You know what else that opens up for LGD?
LGD's turn to pick.
FY Rubik.
I don't know how much I love Disruptor against the
Dude,
Lycan pick.
I put a bunch of moolah that the Doom's about to be picked up. It's Doom or Rubik, but realistically, I think you just take Doom because there's always replacements to Rubik. And I just think it's too good. It crushes Disruptor Omni, I feel, the way it's played. And I just don't think TNC is going to be able to handle it if you just doom their Omni Knight.
Yeah, I agree. Boom.
Oh,
Hey.
I was wrong.
Interesting. Real good versus the Omni.
Shocker.
Still a core, however.
Get it? It's a shocker.
Wow. Thank you.
I can't.
I couldn't do it like the 7th time.
You know what blows my mind, Josh?
What blows your mind,
He's like
Kyle?
that's like the most popular North American Dota streamer. Right there. That guy.
I mean, he's a work of art.
What's he
He's a
got
work
that
of
I
art.
don't got, Josh?
Wait, where's that?
Other than a strong
He-
jawline.
I mean,
and
you
a
don't have the
friendly
camera
personality.
zoomed in on your face right now. I think that's the biggest. So you look, even I got it. I got the.
All right, I'm not sitting on the left anymore. I
There it
can't
is.
handle this. But look, DK gets banned even though they have the Razor. I still don't mind it just because of the way this game can be played out. I think just survivability is the name of the game. Because if you don't die, it's usually more likely that the enemy team will die first, so long as you're still alive.
Mm-hmm. You do have a point
I
there.
have been told if you kill them, they die.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
the Kunkka ban. I think FY is too solid on that hero, but they're 100% getting Rubik'd if they leave it in the pool. And while obviously I was looking at the Doom, I think that the Razor, once again, going back to that whole Earnhardt Perkins, right?
Mhm.
It leaves LGD the ability to keep their players, regardless of their draft, on the role that they fill in the games they win. It's just simple every single time. And TNC, I like the opening in a sense. I feel like they're outmaneuvered so far.
I think they have to
But-
ban Naga on the side of LGD. Thoughts?
I would give you that one. I agree.
Yeah.
Too
I
good
mean,
against Lycan.
yeah.
Goes well with Disruptor.
Yep.
Give it
Crushes
to me.
Razor. I 100% agree. I also think, guess what? That hero has. That's right, Brian Slamma Jamma. It's got a stun.
Oh, they left the Naga.
Yeah.
Okay, we know what the 3rd pick is. Move on. What's the 3rd pick for LGD in response to this Naga pick?
I think they'd probably still go Rubik. But
Really?
we'll see. Doom, I'm still down with. But, I mean, I've seen LGD pick 3 cores in their opening before, and I've never seen them lose with it. And if you could pick 3 cores, Razor, Doom, and Lycan are not bad. Like, you just see right away you have hero deletion, you have objectives, you have Roche, you have damage reduction,
They've
sustain.
got all the options in the world for Ame here. If they want to pick it early, they could pick it early.
I think he might just be playing the Razor, though.
This is a Chen ban.
That does put a lot of pressure on heroes like Disruptor. They don't have a way
Is
to
this that
naturally
Naga
deal with
pick?
it.
There it is.
Brian.
with the bold
Basic
prediction
slamma
paying
jamma.
off. Oh, my.
Moving
Is there
up to
anything you'd like
expert
to
level.
say? Is this a moment of pride?
Clip that. Embrace it.
That's really long ago. I don't know if we'll be able to get there.
Yeah, we'll take what we can get, man. You take your victories, you embrace them,
Mhm.
and you have quick to forget about your defeats.
Yeah, and you hang that pretty blue ribbon right up next to your chess second place.
You make sure you dangle the losses
2012?
and you tangle the wins.
Yeah? Is that Eugene
I think
Fitzherbert
that's how- I think
himself?
that's how it
Is that the-
goes.
or Fitz something.
It's fitting.
It's fitting.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
No, I'm talking about Eugene Fitzherbert, the Tangler himself. This guy.
Is that a made-up name?
No, it's from Tangled.
Is that your pet
the
name
movie?
for him?
No, come on, man. You gotta know this.
Is that
These are
really
Disney
from
movies.
Tangled the movie?
Yeah, Flynn Rider. His real name is Eugene Fitzherbert,
Jeez.
and that's your boy Brian right there.
I'm not sad. I
Now,
don't
see,
know
look,
that.
I know that. Now, do you know this pick right in front of you? What is their response to the Naga? Brian asked this earlier.
Yeah,
we
I
still don't
said
have an
we already
answer.
got this far.
I
What,
already told you what
We
it
still
was.
don't have
what
it.
is it?
It's gonna be Rubik.
Is it gonna really? No matter what.
I don't know,
Rubik
man.
Or Doom.
This Doom is actually still just uncontested.
I
Nobody's
feel
done
like it's
anything
more
with
of a
it.
Warlock pick coming out because I feel like they'll appreciate the sustain against a hero like Omni and Lane, and they need some way to disrupt the Naga with the sleep
But
combo.
They have 2 methods of clearing fatal bonds with Naga and Omni already. I'm sure.
I
they don't
mean,
pick
you
Warlock.
already know they're
They
going to
don't
pick
pick
Warlock.
Warlock.
What's the 4th pick for TNC?
How is this taking so long? Maybe they go like Jakiro or something, but I just don't think that that's likely.
See if my book of secrets has any answers here.
A lot of time being used though.
Book of Secrets.
Ready for this?
Oh, they could. I guess they could Bane, but that's
No,
banned first, so
Bane's-
they obviously can't
Bane's
do that.
gone. Yeah, that's true.
I
They
will-
could.
I
They
have
could
heard
also
that if-
DP, but DP is also banned.
What about Io? Thoughts on the
That
third
was-
pick?
Guys,
so
this
back
is a
into this.
professional broadcast, all right?
Now,
It's,
see,
it's
okay, look,
7 a.m.,
we do
guys.
have-
You should be ready
There
for
is
work.
still, aside of this Rubik that you're sure of, there is still NP, there's a Jakiro, there's an ET. I don't think any of these heroes
I just can't believe they're taking this long to just
are
pick
any
Rubik.
as good as a Rubik.
TNC's turn to pick.
Like
Damn,
I
there's the
said,
bounty.
the bounty hunter for the team fight track move speed for the Lycan during his ulti. Thoughts?
I like it because both X-Nova and FY play it as well.
'Kay.
So it gives them the
Could be a
ability.
5.
Yeah. It leaves their draft the most open. And I think when you look at TNC, right, what are they all in on?
Team fight.
Exactly. Thank you.
LGD's turn to
How do you play around that?
Not so much anymore, though.
Yes, but still, like, you know TNC is going to look to force fights the whole game. You
Okay.
know you're going to have a really difficult time ever actually contesting into Disruptor Naga song, like, combo with an Omni Knight, GA, and Repel behind. I think that this is the better way to play the game because you're now going to just amplify your Lycan and Razor's ability to just capitalize on good ult usage, BKB timings, etc.
I'll be honest, I don't love the bounty hunter pick, though. I feel like Omni's a hero you can't really kill. Naga's a support
Yes,
that
I
deals
agree.
well with you, and then they have 2 more cores that they can just pick. They don't really die to bounty hunter. And they've already done that with the Queen of Pain. They immediately go for the Tinker.
It's a Tinker pick.
And I don't know. I don't love the Tinker either into the Omni Knight.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this either, to be honest. I feel like, as you said, you need to win your lanes. You need bounty, ideally, to be able to rotate through 2 different lanes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have if you can't kill anyone, and that kind of looks like how this game might play out, it's really difficult to make your hero work.
10
And who does he
seconds
play with in the early game? Like, who's going to land kills with bounty, right?
Maybe
Like,
he's just
obviously,
going to have to play with himself.
that's always a possibility.
When in doubt.
You're the one that has more experience with that, so if that is the way it looks like it'll end up, they choose not to go for a follow-up stun, we'll probably come back to you for another comment.
Okay.
In the
Rubik
meantime,
is banned.
yeah, and what do you follow up with? Could it be, is it a Witch Doctor? I'm really not sure what you pick for LGD. I will say I like TNC's lineup more because, to your further point, the other issue is that the Bounty Hunter doesn't change Naga's effect on the game in that you always have net for BKBs. And PSG.LGD, these Lycan Razor heroes, like, they're always going to be buying one. So they just need the ability to do some sustained damage and inevitably catch the Tinker. They need, like, and Quap has to go off as well. Like, Quap has to play a perfect game, to be fair.
That's true. They do have, I mean, they already have a semi-answer to this Tinker, something to find him at least in this Disruptor. They have the song to, disengage from any fights. I don't think Tinker will be
Warlock.
able to spam rockets through that. There's a Lion pick.
I like it.
I will
that
say-
Quap.
Just for the lane aggression? What is
You're playing against Quap, Omni. Might as well just have some.
Brawl?
They give
Repel-
a +1 for Tinker
Yeah,
as well.
Repel also doesn't dispel Hex, which is quite nice.
Okay.
And whenever you're playing with Tinker or Fury and Cores, Invoker as well, these heroes that offer a lot of global presence, I think Lion becomes even more value because now you're setting up, you have massive burst, 7-second CC train, a Tinker shows up, gets 2 spell combos off, whoever you find is dead. And if you're TNC now, you need this last pick to do a whole hell of a lot in your draft, and I have no idea what they could pick to just... I honestly just don't know what you pick.
I feel like even if it's countered by Tinker, you pick something like a Peel or like a Troll type hero. Not Troll necessarily because of the fact that Lion, but they actually go
Bats.
what? Core Naga? What's going on
So what is
here?
this? Safe lane Naga?
Is this just a carry Omni?
Carry Omni.
Carry Omni. Wow.
Damn, son.
Cosmetics coming
Whipping it
too.
out.
Yeah, look at that helmet, man. He means
Interesting.
business.
Okay.
I don't mind this,
I don't either, actually.
but
You have to
Okay.
dodge the Razor
So
Lane.
who buys
the
the
thing.
Shivas? Quap?
it's a free bat game. For TNC to win this, they need to crush the laning phase.
Yeah.
I need Sam H to just have drums at 6 minutes with a bottle and just constantly killing whoever's in his lane because neither support really deals with him and he has a Naga to play with, right?
And he hard counters the Lycan and Razor in lane, too.
Yeah, he crushes everything. So it's all going to be on how good is Armel's game. Like, you need to just crush the game. You just crush the game if you're TNC, and I think you probably have this. LGD, they went with more of, essentially their exact style of draft. You got the FY Lion, the X-Nova Bounty, 3 strong cores. If they can get to the 30, 40-minute mark in an
game's
even
over.
game, it's one fight. And that's the thing, is that if you're TNC, you need to play near flawlessly for multiple engagements. If you're LGD, you just need one fight.
Based on the last game and how the lanes went and everything and how it snowballed the way it did, I think that TNC just has a better draft for playmaking because Lion's really the only setup for LGD, and I don't expect him to have the freedom based on the fact that Batrider counters both of his cores in lane. to have the freedom to actually get what he needs to do his job. And so, once again, correctly so, I'm going to predict TNC to win this game. Please
Chef Josh?
win the game.
I'm still debating here. I'm kind of internal because again, you know, I think back to this Bulba conversation. You had mentioned the team fights. You know, you count the team fights to win, and I think that if this game goes long enough, which I
Every
have a
game seems to
feeling-
go
yeah,
long
yeah,
enough.
I have a feeling it will. You know, historically speaking, here that the first 2 games were 66 and 68 minutes.
Mhm.
You know, I have a feeling this will go long enough that LGD will have the ability to take that one fight, that one turning fight. All of a sudden, this Tinker's online. He's gone. But then again, we have this disruptor to find this Tinker. We have a Quap who I don't know if him or the Omni will build Shivas, maybe both. But they're gonna find this Tinker wherever he might be in that stage of the game.
Yeah, I think to win, you can't go the like this Orchid build that
Yeah.
I've seen Quaps go. I'd much rather see him with like an early Lincolns
Mhm.
into Shivas, BKB, more sustain heavy, because in order to win this game, Quap has to be able to stay on map at all times and not just like have you can't play a perfect game. If you miss blink once or twice and you go like some Orchid and damage talent, you're just gonna die immediately to like a stun, finger, and a laser from Tinker. If you can actually sustain through that and be more of a hero on map, you aren't actually threatened by anything sans this Lion. So get to a point where you can just hunt Tinker with Shivas, maybe a Hex even. No matter what, I just want him to play a game to win at like 4, 5, 6 items, because you're never ending this game before 20, 25 minutes.
Let's
It's
just
not
point
possible.
out the intense lane swapping we're most likely going to see again this game. The fact that Razor hard counters Omni and is hard countered by the Batrider. We already see some crazy shenanigans going on here. Ame, seeing that the Omni Knight is no longer bottom based on the ward vision they have, he's taking a gander all the way to the top lane. Meanwhile, Omni's sitting in the mid lane, waiting to see where the Razor shows up, incorrectly guessing to the top lane. And now he's walking back to the bottom lane based on the fact that nobody's there on the side of LGD, and I am out of breath just trying to talk about this crazy lane swapping we're about to see.
They're really just doing a dance around this courier right now, mid lane, just waiting. Razor finally shows up top. He's got a check.
I like that Tim's is taking XP top while the
Yeah.
rest of his cores are like walking to the other lanes. Sam H walking all the way top, so whoever TP's first, they'll just respond with a TP. And the lane Razor against Batrider is never good, so it doesn't even matter if he gets like a slight level advantage. If he gets this matchup, it is absolutely disastrous for him.
It's fine though. It actually works out okay for TNC because they got so many creeps under tower, so Omni doesn't actually miss much. Top, there was a Naga there the entire time, but yeah, I agree. And it'll be interesting to see what X Nova can get done here. He does buy a stick right away, which is going to help him sustain in this lane, considering Bat's just going to spam Napalm. But definitely got to favor the Bat Naga, but the thing is they've got to land kills. And here comes the first round of TPs.
Yep, there's the lane swap. Razor bottom, the Lycan up top. We do still have Bounty up here harassing away. And there's Bat following Razor right back bottom.
Yeah, this is exactly what we expect to see from TNC. Do not accept the
Mhm.
bad lane matchups. It is that drastic of a difference this game, based on the polarity of the matchups for the Razor.
A little bit of harass on this Lycan. This lane's still pretty static. Mid lane is pretty much even at this point, 6-4 to 6-3. I mean, I think it'll stay that way. I don't think it's gonna go.
Might be
on
spell
much
tra-
better.
Oh, he just walks out. Oh wait, no, that's his own kinetic field. Jump-baited, and he might actually go
Oh.
down here to the. No, he has a
Oh.
salve, so he'll enter
Oh.
right back into this lane.
Hey, really amateur question, but my fog is stuck on Dire only. How do I change that?
It's stuck on Dire
He
only.
might have to
Yeah.
reload the game.
Yeah.
Our
you-
mill actually just goes down to Somnus, by the way.
Wow.
That's not good.
That I feel like that shouldn't have happened.
My analysis is that if you solo feed to the enemy mid laner, that is not the ideal play.
You do have a point. I mean, Armel just
Bottom
blinked
lane.
right back in his face.
Ame's actually trapped underneath these sticky napalm charges, and this is exactly why Razor's tough to play against Batrider, because you have no way to remove this sticky,
There it is.
and he is feeling quite sticky right now, boys.
4 stacks, and he's dead. All he needed
Yeah.
was the 3, to be honest. But
Why not put a little bit more
little
stickiness on
oomph
that
into
one?
it, you know?
Yeah,
A little
yeah,
extra
yeah.
mustard right on top.
Oh baby,
Nobody really
you know
likes
just how to
mustard, though.
talk to me, Josh.
Now this mid lane is all of a sudden we have this Quap down 9-4.
Are fortified.
Tinker's up 12-5. He's doing a whole lot better. Feeling more comfortable. This is kind of scary because again, this is the way that LGD is gonna run this game. Is if they get this Tinker online and this Razor and Lycan frontlining, they're just gonna be able to deal out damage that I don't think TNC will have the answer for. But it's still early stages.
I'm just concerned. Like, this Quap has to have a dream game,
Yeah.
and dying once to maybe Stinker, like the hero that we said, this is the hero that kind of creates the win condition for LGD because he's their lane pressure. And once you're shoving lanes with 2 strong cores and a line bounty, like,
Bottom lane.
it's hard.
This is a disaster for Sam H. Despite the fact that he has the favorable matchup against the Razor, it does not. Oh my God! It's
7 stacks
That
on
was a
that
lot.
Razor. Is he? No, not quite.
This is not the ideal start for the Battriders you mentioned at the in the draft.
Thing is, I don't mind it. It's more that the Disruptor is forced to come middle to help Armel. Because as soon as he dies once, you need to sort of recover this lane. Otherwise, Tinker might just start snowballing. And now you're in a position where you leave the lane that is winning. Because the Bat, as we said, will crush this Razor. But now, you don't want to play a mobile game against Bounty. You want to sit in lanes and win 2 of them. Top lane, at least Raven's having a good time. He should
It's a
be
level
able to.
4 Lion, by the way.
Yeah.
Bounty's
no.
on this Disruptor middle. I don't think they'll have the damage to kill. Not quite.
If he'd gone for the Razor, he does land a kill there, but chooses not to. Does Armel go for this?
I think he may.
Nice.
He's got.
He's
What was
dead.
that? Is he
He'll
dead?
Fairy Fire. He'll
Oh
Fairy
no, he
Fire.
got the Fairy Fire. Well. Well, at least kicks him out of the lane for a bit, gets some time to recover. Looks
Shrine
like just
coming up.
Bounty is TPing out. He went up top. He's gonna, I don't know, maybe pick on Tim's a bit, take his clarity.
Cuckoo might be going down.
High ground.
Oh!
He
Yeah.
got a second hit off? That's crazy.
Wow.
And Tim's coming here for
He's
some
got the net
revenge.
up.
But
Yeah.
FY, and you're seeing the early impact of those levels on the Lion. He needed every little bit of that damage. And he also has those boots, which on this 5-position support is not always reliable. I guess he's more of a 4 this game.
Meantime, Razor just continuing to just try and find this Omni Knight. TP's to the top lane just to contest him.
And Omni Knight is out.
Yep.
He's TPing right back.
I will say Armel's pressure in the mid lane, though, thanks to that Disruptor, is real nice. He's suddenly 27-16 top of the CS charts and just crushing the denies as well. But thing is, he needs to land kills in Snowball. Tinker really just needs to have his game just go well, get his core items, and just start farming. You don't really feel any pressure if you're maybe here. TP from the line into the top lane. If I mean, I'm sure Razor might eventually just TP back bottom, but for now he'll be content to lane against Bat. Now that Lion has so many levels, though, you're actually in a position where you're not as threatened, because if you go on the Bat before he gets Napalm stacks going, you just drain him and kill him, and you don't care. And it looks like they're going to do right now.
He does have 3 on him already. Oh, they've all cleared. Lion is still lurking on trees. I guess they're waiting for him to go up for this Archer. He is playing safe.
You got to be careful if you're Sam H.
This is it. Oh,
F
we
line
got the
trouble now.
Disruptor up here.
Guys.
What's going on? It's
Like
just a
friends?
stalemate. They're just
Yeah.
they're just watching.
In the meantime, Bounty's here as well now. His stun comes out, kinetic field as well, but no napalm stacks, so Sam H in a lot of trouble. It looks like he'll just be able to escape over the trees, but you don't like that if you're bad, because once again, he's a lot like Quap. We said TNC has to dumpster this laning phase to win the game, and right now, they're just having difficulties even trading. And Bat, the guy last picked, the one with the free game in the laning phase, he's 10-3.
On a positive note, the Quap has, or for TNC that is, Quap has like basically established dominance in this mid lane. He's almost a full level ahead now despite that first blood. And if he can get off to that snowballing start, despite the fact that he lost the first blood, I think that they can still easily carry that into the mid game. But
He does have Scream up now. He may have the damage to just
Yeah, he
kill
does, he
Somnus
does.
right
He's
off the
going
bat.
for it.
He's going in.
He does.
There it is.
Get it.
Land the screen.
nice.
Well
Close.
played.
Well,
And
he might just die to FY. He is
He
just going to
doesn't
die
see
to
lines.
FY
he
here.
doesn't have to blink for another 7 seconds. Oh,
And
He bought before he died, at least, and it
Is
does
that
force
worth
3
it?
rotations.
that's worth it.
It is worth. If he had ulted earlier, though, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he lives. He just like hesitated, maybe wanted to save it, didn't know if it was.
I think he
guaranteed.
didn't realize his scream was going to hit in time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was very on the edge there.
It is nighttime, so we don't have the.
Tim's with the aggressive
Volume
net
is
under
nice
tower
glimpse.
mid. I don't know what they're trying to do. That's your 4 and your 5 just walking at their mid hero.
I mean, they get
Tim's
the
is-
glimpse back though.
Lion's going to be level 6
that's-
at 8.5 minutes into this game. And that is no joke. That's basically a free kill on any hero at this stage.
Is that worth? Is the question.
I mean, I would say no, but that's, you know, I'm not sure.
Lion's their
It was
playmaker on
174
LGD.
gold to get this Tinker out of lane for all of what? 30 seconds?
And it's not like they're missing XP on LGD.
Yep.
This Lion's taking him mid.
Goodness,
he is
dude.
level 6
This
at
is
8.5
terrifying if you're TNC. Like the Lion, as we said, is like the only real disable, right? So if his game is good, like all of a sudden every hero
Yeah.
on LGD is activated. Now you have a Finger,
Let's say this Omni is having a field day bottom. He is
This
now
rotation
top
from
of
the
the last
Lycan
hits and
ulti,
eyes.
diving the tier 2, and he has no blink actually
the
for
stun.
3
2
seconds.
seconds.
Oh, he misses. Ooh.
That's a
Hey,
little
but
too
this
close
he
for
still has
comfort.
finger on
Yeah.
LFY, or on FY. Excuse me. Holy moly.
Yeah, but in the meantime, there's 3 heroes bottom, and they're just chasing a Razor out of lane. In the meantime, nobody is top. So even though Lycan makes this huge rotation towards bottom, there's no one actually capitalizing on the space that he made for the TNC squad top. They get the ward as well on the high ground above Radiant tier 1. Top lane. Mid, oh yeah, this should be a dead Naga. There's finger, yeah, goodbye. FY was like, alright, I just want to use this at this point. I've had multiple opportunities to grab kills. I'd like to make sure that we get at least this one.
What
Yeah,
an
but
awkward game.
as
This is
Josh
very
said,
strange.
the Omni Knight seems to be the one that may or may not win the game for TNC.
The question is does he have enough of an impact on this game to actually sway it, like to win it?
I think a
push it in
Radiance
TNC's
Omni Knight
favor.
can be quite scary if he chooses to go it, but he's going Yule's first, which I don't mind because the rest of his team is hurting.
That's
For
a
the rest
pick
of
on
his
Sam
catch.
H bottom. The Lycan Razor just
Yeah,
Ate him
Lycan's
alive.
pretty good against Batrider past the laning stage.
looks like they're going to pressure this tier 1 here. X-Nova dies to Raven top. They're going to go for that tier 1 as well. I guess they're just trading on either side of the map here, mirroring away. Armel is harassing out this Tinker mid.
2 levels on him right now as well.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
He
but
does
if you
have
look
Scream
at the
up
vision
again.
they've placed around that tower from LGD.
He's got a Disruptor lurking behind him mid. I believe Armel may be able to get this kill if he plays too aggressive. No,
Samus
Disruptor's
does
out
also
here.
have a haste room bottle.
Oh, they deny the bot tower. Wow. That's
Zero
a massive
gold.
TP. Yeah, in the meantime, they abandon the top push. But I think you'll take that. But something I said in the past is whenever you're playing against Tinker, you always want to take the enemy tier 1s because otherwise he gets bots, and at a certain point, you never really have map control or the ability to hunt him. And he just free farms waves.
Kind
plus
of
a
a now
triple
or
camp.
never thing.
Yeah.
And he is starting to. I mean, he did max his laser first, which is interesting. He's not doing the max march early.
We're playing against Quap, like super low HP hero. I think he can get away with it. Oh,
He's popping the
Oh,
haste.
but he's ulted on Lycan.
Oh
my gosh.
There's an auto attack flying through the air.
Cuckoo.
Right
Chalice wants his Cocoa Puffs. It's even funnier the second time.
now.
Get him.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. He is.
No, he's
that
in.
glimpse.
This is
The
smack.
summon should be able to finish him off.
There it is, and the glimpse ensures he's safely out of there.
yeah. There's just no one able to really rotate back. Like Tim's top with no TP. Bottom, you have a Batrider whose game is pretty much garbage at this point. So you're having your Omni Knight being the one rotating, right? But that's a Raven carry Omni. Like how many times have we seen him play a hero in this style, right? He's the one you want playing apart from your team. But in the meantime, your playmakers, they're forced to just kind of recover on these side lanes, and you leave your hard carry Omni Knight to kind of pick up the weight around the map.
So it looks like Tim's is, half a creep away from getting his 6 here. Disruptor is
smoke
very
too.
close
Smoke
as
up, but
well.
they're just gonna break it with the bounty hunter.
Immediately. They got the dust off,
Oh
but
my
they're not going
God,
to find him in the
flawless
trees.
positioning. He sees him on the ward once he breaks it, and he knows he did his job there. Just buying space while they're down on the downtime with the Lycan. They don't want to get anything done when he doesn't have ulti.
They're still running straight behind mid
Might still
into the
find him,
dire
I
jungle.
guess. No, he has wolf scouting out here.
They
Almost
do get
denied
the
by
200
FY.
gold creep. That's, something for Raven at least. Little snack.
Oh, there's a stack here.
All of a sudden, this became not too bad.
Yeah, all of a sudden, this is basically a hero kill worth of gold, even if you don't get the kill. Get that Helm Dom creep. That's a lot of gold.
It's a track bounty though. He has song. Nope. No, he doesn't. It's gonna be another track kill. Disruptor gets repelled. Lasso
under a
onto the
shrine.
Lycan. Yep, exactly. Active shrine. All 5 LGD heroes here. Chalice is not going to go down. There's the Quap ultimate. GA comes out as well, but that's not going to be enough either. Now you're just full drain from Ame. Multiple tracks coming out as well.
Raven's going down to this.
Raven dead.
Yep. It looks like Sam H may get caught as well. He's got track on him. Bounty still chasing. Razor's hauling as fast as he can behind.
This is
Looks like
doing
Lion's
so
going
much
to catch
work.
up first, yeah.
I think he got this with a shuriken. Maybe. He turns for the napalm. Don't know if that's the play. Here come the wolves.
still
The drum
going.
charge.
There's the Hex.
That
the
track
stun.
movement speed.
And that's a dead bat.
That's almost a blink dagger at 13 minutes on the Lion.
And that's the thing about the LGD lineup right now is like even though the top 2 players in net worth are Omni and Quap, the next 4 are all LGD, and they all love being in that position. They have very easy to obtain core items that just rapidly increase their strength and their presence around the map. Razor has drums, he's going to go Yules next. Tinker's just going to go bots into Blink. Lion gets a Blink, and the Lycan inevitably levels up that Necro Book, and all of a sudden they just become this unstoppable mass that has the ability to bring their key
And what we
components
talked about
anywhere.
the draft was like we were fearful of LGD not getting the start that they needed, and this is the complete opposite. Like this isn't a game where if it's even at this stage, it's favoring TNC. This is a game where if it's even, it's favoring LGD, and they're actually ahead by 3,000 gold. So once again, our predictions are on point. And Bounty Hunter is scouting out Sam H, farming his Blink Dagger. He's not even close. Only 900 gold towards his. Who would have thought that Lion would have his Blink 1,200 gold before the Bat Rider? He's level 8 on the Lion, which is absolutely insane as a hero that is not meant to have this good of a start.
Meanwhile, Quap decided to go the Veil this game, which is interesting. I mean, I guess it works. Gives you a bit of armor, a bit of stats, helps you survive versus this burst, as well as the damage from the Lycan and Razor, but it's not exactly the item progression he needed. I mean, is it going to help him? He's not going to have the damage to burst this Tinker. I don't think he...
I don't actually know what he's supposed to buy. I wouldn't have minded, like... my concern is that the way he would win this game is to accelerate faster than the Tinker, right? To maintain this position in like second net worth for the entire game. And Veil doesn't allow you to do that. You need insane rune control to be able to stay on map. I would have rathered him just have like a Void Stone maybe into a
Alright,
Jewel
Chalice here.
Oh, they
That's a
overlap.
lasso
really hard
used.
overlap.
I don't know if it matters. Nice body blocks. Oh my, Cuckoo almost dying to the wolves.
Yeah, that was a lot of overlap between
It's still
stuns
on
there.
him.
It didn't matter.
He may still die.
This is Helm Dom creep too. That's like a little bit of...
Oh, he does.
No,
Wow.
that's the tomato neutral creep.
Oh, that wasn't even controlled.
Yeah,
Damn.
that was
just by chance. Wow, poor Cuckoo, man.
Home field
No Cocoa
advantage
Puffs
for
today.
LGD.
Oh my gosh, I
None.
can't believe you even brought that up.
Yeah, mid lane, you have a line blink right onto the Queen of Pain, immediate finger, stun,
He is
combo,
done.
track, pow, dead. That's
Done.
going to be mid tower as well.
That's
Bang,
a whole
pow,
lot of gold.
stun, wham, bam.
And in the meantime, look
Yeah.
at what Tinker's able to do. Look at the warding from X-Nova. It's been gorgeous the entire game. Once again, a trio of wards, this time to control the entire bottom circuit of this Radiant jungle. Like, what do you do?
Right
Look,
in their
look at the
face.
disruptor.
They got
Walking
vision of the
in.
disruptor. He's immediately dead.
And
100
this
to
is
0.
Absolutely. That is some chocolate milk on those chocolate.
That
Cocoa
is.
Puffs.
That's a lot of chocolate, man.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
Me too, man. You
Nova,
and me both.
X-Nova
X-Nova
going
paying
down
the price,
is-
but that's a two-man track kill in exchange. That's like not an even trade at all.
Yep.
And they got the tier 1 as well. Razor was
They're
sitting
gonna
there
get this ward
smacking
at
away.
least. But lo and behold, there's just 2 more wards.
Looks like Armel's going right into this Orchid build, which is the exact opposite of what we were talking about earlier. He really just... I don't think he's going to be able to use it enough. I don't think he needs more stats. He needs survivability. He needs to be able to stay on map and actually tank through some of these spells and move
Yeah,
around.
it's
but
really just like staying on map, right? And he doesn't have the... Like, you need... I really think mana regeneration on this hero is undervalued, because if you can just stay on map and utilize shrines if you have low HP... Like, you just keep shoving waves, you TP, keep shoving waves, right? The only thing that threatens you this entire game is Lion Tinker. He could be, like, shoving this and just immediately top, but now you don't really have the ability anymore to deal with the Tinker waves. Lion is just going to play this dead lane bottom, Tinker's going to slowly shove it, and inevitably someone from TNC is going to farm it. You're going to have a blinked Lion, you're going to have a blinked Tinker momentarily, and you're just going to kill that guy. In the meantime, Bounty goes up top. He's going to play this area, maybe hunt the courier. You just keep Lycan up here in the trees. Tinker now takes care of middle lane. Razor just farming the trio camp in the Masturbatorium by the Dire bottom shrine.
What a word.
I was thinking the same thing. And now we have, looking at this net worth again, you know, it used to be this Omni and this Quap sitting up top, but now Quap's just falling behind very quickly. Very quickly. I don't think
Four-position
Omni's
Lion
going to
is
be able to stay
farming
up
the
here
off
either.
lane for his team. That's
That's
quite
a
a bad
courier
sign.
snipe with a hood on it by X-Nova. Well played, sir. He doesn't care if he dies. He doesn't care at all.
I love that. And look, he buys 2 sentries as well. He's like, I don't care about my death.
Yeah.
It has already been used for my team.
Lycan
Meantime,
might
Bat,
be a
yeah.
problem, though.
Do they have any follow-up disables
The
left? They have a
bat.
glimpse. Yes, they do, but no kinetic field. He's going to just choose to
net
fight anyway.
up. Yep.
What? Couldn't he have just ran there?
Yeah, I think
Probably.
he could have. They did have a net up in 1 second on the Naga, so I don't know if it would have, you know, gotten him out of the situation. But
Either way, I mean, those deaths are important for TNC to get those kills back in this game, but I don't think it really changes the state of the game. I think Lion and Tinker are the primary source of map control for the side of LGD.
Yep.
And Lion's just planting himself behind a core in either lane. He was sitting behind Tinker bottom before, now he's sitting behind this Razor. He's just waiting. He knows that if he lands a blink stun on any hero on TNC's side, they're immediately dead.
Apparently Lion has a 90 damage talent.
He does. He smacks away,
You know
man.
that?
I thought it was like 60.
It used to be. They made it a lot larger.
Casual, like more than double damage for the Lion here. And that gives him pretty much solo kill potential on anyone that isn't Omni,
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, it just makes the Tinker even more threatening when you know that the line's going to add, you know, a bonus.
Oh,
Sentry
Armel's
on
underneath the
Armel. He's gonna
sentry.
get tracked, and he is dead. That is a whole lot of bonus gold. Team 150 for the bounty, 40 for everybody else. That feels good on LGD's side.
Poor Armel. And you can see how rich FY is getting off all these tracks. He's 5,000 net worth. He's ahead of the Bat Rider, who has been so quiet this game. I honestly forgot Sam H was even on his trademark hero. And they last picked this, bear in mind, as well. Like,
I mean, what do you do? What do you do on the side of TNC to get back in this game? Do you just delay, try to have this Quap split lanes, like get Bat online? I don't know. I feel like this Bat is just out of favor at this
Please
point.
tell us, Kyle. I've never been behind in a game in my life, so I'm not familiar with the situation.
I mean, I'm not really sure. Part of the reason, you know, I'm casting now is because I didn't really have the foresight to be able to accurately predict how to come back in unwinnable games.
Yes.
Although that isn't to say the TNC are out of this. I think that they've got a great chance. They just need to find 3 or 4 kills on the cores of LGD, specifically Tinker, take Roshan, get another round of items on other heroes, and most importantly, don't feed the bounty hunter more track kills.
But how do you really stop doing that?
You
if you wanna
song
keep
into
farming?
4-man Meteor Hammer from Naga. That's what you do.
A very short list of requirements.
Yeah.
TNC has
Keep
this.
in mind, they always have the ability to song into a huge disruptor ult
They
combo.
are smoked, and they might find FY, who may be one of the most high-value kills in this game.
They're in. Lasso on FY.
Oh, the
They're
ult would
looking
like
to fight
it.
this. That's also a Helm Dom creep, worth an extra 200 gold to boot. Quap's kind of almost like a recipe away from an Orchid. That could be game-changing against heroes like Lion.
But this is the issue with the TNC draft, right? You get that kill, but
Now what?
yeah, there's nothing that allows you to pressure objectives, and that was what we were hoping that last pick Bat Rider would be, and obviously, being a Bat, that is not the case. He fills different holes in the draft that may or may not have been more pressing than the complete lack of a Roche or objective taker.
Looks like Tinker is just right back to split pushing these waves. He's feeling real good top, on his way to Ags. He's
Weird
bit
Ags
over
game.
halfway
Not sure
there.
why he's going Ags against the heroes they have on TNC.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even mind like an Aetherlens BKB
Yeah.
or something like that.
I think Aetherland's just core in any game where you're like this far ahead, but the Axe timing will probably win them a team fight pretty reliably, but I don't know if TNC is going to have that close-knit spacing that Ags would utilize, but we'll see.
Are you trying to say that you know better than maybe?
Maybe.
Definitely maybe.
Definitely maybe.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
heard it
this,
here first, folks.
what a sad disruptor game for Cuckoo, man. You just have creeps running at you the whole game. You're running around with boots and 3 sentries.
I like
He
this
does have
bounty
that
hunter's
value
Quelling
in
Blade,
lace, though.
just killing all the sentries. And they know, you can tell they want to control the Roche pit on the side of LGD. Look at the D ward and sentries all around it. Oh, TNC smoked up. They might find the bounty. Oh, the TP bait
Oh,
running
it's a
in with the
BKB, baby.
BKB Razor, but he actually just gets netted up. They can disengage during this BKB. Bat Rider goes down. Tinker actually dies to the Orchid in the fountain. Has buyback if he so chooses. This Razor has no BKB, but that's a see you later singing the Sayonara
No.
song.
The Quap is still tracked, though, and FY is chasing. He has Blink, Stun, and Finger.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the nice
position
Orchid.
by Lion.
Oh,
Well
FY.
I mean, he did get 840 gold for that Tinker, but this is still just feeling really, really bad for this Quap.
It's just hard, right? Because even if you get these kills, these fights, like even if you were to win that decisively, you can't get any real map control out
Looks
of
like
it.
LGD, are they going right into Roche? Are they going to...
Oh, Xno in trouble. Dust up as well. They're ready to finish the kill. Lion's coming in. He gets the stun, but Raven does get the repel running in. There's no BKB. A huge Disrupt Ultimate coming out as well. Chalice inside of it. Now FY as well. If FY goes down, they lose all of their control. Sam H still barely alive.
Why
Oh, no, it's Tinker. Somnus now probably going to clean up this fight. Naga super low. Drain comes out onto Raven. He has a
Does have
hood but no
there's a
repel.
shrine. I don't think this is going to save him. Damage coming out of this Tinker is just too much for them to deal with.
Yep. Like he wasn't even there for that
It looks
initial
like
engagement.
he
in the
changed
river.
up from the Ags. Looks like he's got a Yule's queued up now.
Okay. I don't
I guess
mind
that's
that.
just to deal with the Quap silence.
Yeah.
He died once to it. He's not going to let that happen again.
I was going to say I like Yules or Aether, but Yules makes sense the moment you recognize the Orchid for the reason you just stated, which is, yeah, Quap can go for him, but now you just don't die anymore.
Yeah.
And there really isn't enough to catch you outside of that.
And then they're just right into the Roche pit here. TNC can't do anything to contest this. They're just going to have to watch from the high ground over here and hope that they don't get jumped. X-Nova getting caught out.
This is all
It's a
space.
quick net. He's dead.
Well, that's something. A little bit of
certainly
gold in
not
Armel's
bad.
pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the comeback.
Somnus might be in trouble, actually, if they catch him.
Oh.
Butt was clinched, but it was just in time
Not
through the
quite
no
enough.
disable coming out from Quap.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, Armel's still top of the net worth charts, but that just kind of that's literally all that Tinker kill at the beginning of that last fight, where you just get
840 in your
Yeah.
pocket.
And keep in mind, because of recent changes to Dota 2, net worth and the comeback, well, rather, the comeback mechanic now is reliant on individual heroes' net worth and your net worth in comparison versus what it was previously when it had to do with the team's net worth. So you essentially want to kill these cores of LGD, all about equal, and you'll be rewarded,
Heftily.
indeed, greatly.
It's true.
I'm just concerned that they don't really, the itemization for TNC, I don't see affecting the next fights. You're going to go S and Y before Radiance on the Omni Knight. I don't know how much that's going to really affect anything. The Quap's going to buy a BKB, but if you're not able to land 2 or 3 kills in your opening, I don't know if you have the sustained damage output to really persist, assuming that Tinker is still alive.
I mean, again, it is possible. We do have this disruptor. There's that, you know, that little X factor there. If LGD gets a little aggressive and catches a ulti right in their face, they all get stuck in the kinetic field there. There's a chance.
The problem is that Disruptor is doing his best Cinder and impression.
Ah! Kyle with the predict on this Meteor
Yeah.
Hammer here. This
There it
is turning the tides, man. TNC all the way on the other side of the planet.
Would
you know,
you say that
they
Naga
heard
is trying to turn the tides?
it. That's that's exactly what I'm saying.
It's getting
Thank
to that
you,
point in
sir.
the day where my analysis is already worse than it is, and we have to whip out the corny jokes
That's good.
because I got nothing else.
I'm a
Thanks,
big fan,
Beanstra.
man.
You're welcome.
Razor smoked in bottom, has the Aegis, has BKB.
FY has this ether lens. This guy is stacked.
Mm-hmm.
He
It's an
is doing the
excellent
opposite of what Disruptor's doing in this game. He's living the dream. Every support, he almost doesn't know what to do with all these items.
Good smoke coming out from TNC. If they can backstab LGD, find some critical kills, maybe they
That's a
turn this game.
scan.
But you need to find the Tinker. Also, there's an Atos on the Lycan.
Also, there, yes. What?
That's
Wow.
interesting. I guess they just trap this Quap. You can chew away at him.
They might get Chalice. They saw him. Oh, the glimpse.
Oh, there's the glimpse
Oh,
into the
don't
ulti
ulti.
immediately.
Don't-
You
There's a
know
shrine here, too.
He is dead, and there's a shrine popped.
GA comes out, Sam H into a lot of trouble, though still has Lasso, but he gets purged of the GA by those Necro units.
Our
Quap blinks in,
FY's
but
going
oh
down.
my god, he's in trouble.
down.
FY does die on the backside. Quap does get the blink away. The song
Wow.
as well. Are they going to TP out? Okay.
Yep, Armel is safe. Cuckoo is. Tim's as well. That is more than happy on the side of TNC. You're feeling good about that. I mean,
But still, you're the one losing a tower for this.
it's true. You do have a point.
And you also have no ability to fight now for about 2 minutes just because you used all your ults. And it's just
But do you think they can barrel down past this tier 2? I think they're gonna have to back up after
Get
this.
the last hit on that. Oh, the deny coming out. The
Come on.
micro.
Come on, blink in. Take that. Be aggressive.
no free space, says LGD. They make you earn every step you take and every
Earn
move you make.
real money.
That's it. That's all I got. Ame is just sitting in bottom lane. He didn't even run all the way away. He knew they weren't going to chase that far.
And this Razor's going next item Ags, which gives them even more ways of ending this game if he chooses to go for that. Tinker, on the other hand, is going back for the Ags now that he has the Yules to survive the Orchid from the Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain is now going that Shivas. Now that he has the Orchid BKB completed, he's going to try to, I guess, find this Tinker.
Yep.
He can slow up this Lycan if he's walking around, find whoever else he needs.
The issue is just that as this game continues, you always have a bounty hunter. So trades are always going to be favoring LGD, especially now that he hits level 12. Not to mention, you're running a dual core lineup, as TNC often is, but you're going to be playing against effectively 4 cores because Lion's just it's such a huge power spike right now.
And I'm surprised Omni, he went for this S&Y, which without the Radiance, I don't feel is very powerful in a game like this.
Predator gets caught out. Oh, he missed the Hex?
Looks that way. I don't know
What
if it's
did he
going to
hex?
affect too much, unfortunately.
Cuckoo dies anyway. Yeah, that's true.
Ags is complete on the Tinker. And this game only seems to get easier for LGD. They're up by 8,000 gold, and they're up by 8 kills. I see a cool correlation there.
In the meantime, look, Tinker against 3 heroes. Just going to
Classic.
consistently
Thank
spam
you.
this top. Oh, he gets lassoed up top. That
He
should
has
be
the
a dead.
Yules to buy some time, but this should be...
That is one dead Somnus.
That is called sending a message.
Thing is, like, yeah, miscue, Tinker does die, but they also take the mid-tier 2 in the meantime. However, it is well played by TNC. They are certainly keeping themselves in it. 8,000 gold is not an insurmountable advantage, assuming that this Quap can just take over. And also the item build, you have a Razor who's going to go for an Ags, Lycan who's already purchased an Atos, so I don't know if that's a serious choice or not.
Oh, but in the jungle, Omni with the
Omni
Yules onto this Omni. Oh!
He does have GA.
This
He
is
does
setting
have
up the
Repel. It's a
song.
nice song. This is
I
a
think they go on Lycan here, right?
2-man Meteor Hammer? No, he's going straight for the Lycan.
Huge meteor hammer on top. Will he go down to the question? The heal comes out as well. GA popped. Razor, relatively ineffective.
dead.
BKB from Quap.
Lion.
No Tinker, remember. There's no Tinker in this fight. Quap's going to chase down this Lion. He's going to go down. A track out onto Naga Siren. But in the meantime, the Disruptor will save him. Will they find the Razor is the question. He still has BKB TP. BKB gets 1 track kill. Looks like Bounty gets netted. He's probably going to go down on the side, but in the meantime, Razor will BKB teleport out. Unfortunately, no lasso available thanks to that kill on Tinker, but that's a 1 for 4. Armel dominating with a double kill. And I told you guys TNC had this. You were doubting it. You guys said that this game was over. And me, the only believer.
What? Sorry, I
Honestly-
tuned you out like 2 sentences ago. That was epic. They have the gem on Batrider. That's a huge deal for the map control. Not only that, but it also eliminates the bounty hunter's ability to really scout out the way that he needs to in order to protect his Tinker. Despite the fact that this Tinker has a Yules, it only removes the Orchid. It's not any good against the rest of TNC's lineup. And I think our predictions are really coming to fruition, Josh. We saw this 4
Miles
steps
away,
ahead of the
miles
way.
away,
Yeah.
man. Second
I
pick
didn't
of the
listen to a
draft.
single
I mean,
word Kyle just said.
why
so.
is LGD playing that area of the map with Tinker dead? To be fair.
Top lane?
Yeah, Grip, Naga's probably just dead here, yeah. He is, 100%.
No track kill. That's value. Raven, on the other hand, is bottom. May run at him with the Lycan ulti. He has the Atos queued for this Omni
That's
Knight.
Lycan ulti popped. Somnus blinking
Kills as well. Here
in.
comes the
There's
bat,
a
though. You can
Yules.
find the Tinker, perhaps, but there is a gem. You might not want to waste that here.
He's trying to chew through this repel. Raven
Nice,
is too
nice,
fast.
Nice Yules TP. I like it.
Well done,
Meanwhile,
sir.
top Disruptor goes down to Ame, and Quap is forced to blink out. Actually took the 650 AoE Shadow Strike talent. I kid you not.
I like that against the Lycan and just the... It's just more damage, right? I don't mind the spell lifesteal, but I don't think that's how he's going to win the game.
You see, Sam H is still sitting in this corner, pinging this Lycan for the life of him. I wonder what he's trying to do. I don't think they have nearly enough damage. He TP's out. I guess his team wasn't buying the guys running this Lycan bot lane. Let's do it.
Yeah, the issue is you look at where all the lanes are. Even though that there was a bit of trading around the map, top lane in the tower, bottom lane already going to be heading into the tier 3 pretty soon, mid lane being covered by Armel, but the map control that they have, like currently TNC is just kept in the crease, and if they can't break out of it, they need fights. They have to find the Tinker. Like that's where this all starts, is find the Tinker and set up for an objective. Roche is going to respawn in 2 minutes 30 seconds. They want to find Tinker in about 2 minutes, and then they're able to do Roche or force a buyback. But Tinker far less effective at forced to fight around Roche versus near his creep waves and his structures.
And there
Shiva's
is
done
the
on the
Shiva's
Quap.
pickup.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're talking about. Something to find the Tinker. Something we've been hoping for the beginning. He's looking pretty big. What does Quap buy next? Do you think he goes back for a Lincoln's? Do you think he gets something like that? I feel like he needs more damage. He's carrying the gem at this point, so I guess he's going to be the guy finding these wards, making these plays. LGD is smoked up.
You know they're in
They
the
can
area,
find this
though.
Tinker. They saw him, I
They're
think.
trying to scout Naga illusions, but that will not do the job.
Lasso onto the Bounty Hunter. He's going to go down nearly immediately, but there's immediate Hex follow-up onto the Queen of Pain. The GA comes out, purged by the Razor. BKB, Finger. Armel gets the blink away. In the meantime, a Bounty Hunter's going to live on a sliver of HP. Here comes Tinker. There's nothing there for Somnus, but oh, the Meteor Hammer turnaround. Here comes the Quap ultimate as well. If they kill the Tinker, this could be huge. Huge quad ulti comes through. Tinker's dead immediately. Armel blinks away. In the meantime, a stun comes out on the Batrider. Chalice trying to finish him off. Ame godlike, doing so much damage with Raven. He might be able to finish him off in the meantime. Armel blinks back in. That might not have been the play, buddy. No! Armel goes down.
Buyback from the Batrider.
Oh,
Buyback
That's a
from the
gem down.
Naga.
Ame picks it
No
up.
BKB on Ame.
DJ Nora
Raven.
really keeping him stuck in place. That's a gem back in
Wow.
TNC's hands.
Dude, the
That
song turnaround. You
was a-
Oh, man.
Oh man.
So how did that even go?
We keep repeating words.
That's my commentary.
Oh man.
Oh man.
All right, anyway.
Oh my word.
Maybe got a little too aggressive, hungry for blood. He tasted it, and then all of a sudden he's right into a song. Tim's with the immediate turnaround with the Meteor Hammer, and Armel's still ready. It's funny, though. I believe if he had spell steal, or spell life steal, I'm pretty sure he lives there.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
he
also
ulted 3
believe-
people and a bunch of minions.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
He blinked out with like what 300 HP, 400
Yeah, exactly.
HP. He definitely would have healed him right to max. I thought you were going to talk about the instance where Omni decided to run away from this Lycan. I thought if he had sat there smack, because I saw Armel coming in, you know, a little coordination, that blink in, maybe he doesn't die, but they ended up losing the quap anyway, which was kind of grim, but I'd say that was
It's still
a
a
whole
win.
lot of gold
That's why he getting pinged.
into
They know he's
TNC's
there.
pockets.
Oh.
They know
Definitely.
he's there. They're
Cuckoo?
looking.
Cuckoo?
He's getting his Cocoa Puffs
Come
on.
on.
Oh, the flame break
found.
scouts him out.
There it is.
He's dead. He's
There
a dead
it
man.
is.
They're actually going to try to
Got the
collapse
glimpse.
on
Oh,
this,
he
but it
drops
doesn't
the
matter.
ulti.
That's a real message.
Oh,
He said,
no,
you
this
dare
could be
take
bad.
my Cocoa Puffs.
Razor is dead
Oh.
for a little bit, but now they're in such a poor position. The
Who's
back
Cocoa
in trouble.
Puffs?
He has the gem. No, TNC.
He's got a full bowl of cereal
Oh,
still, man.
no.
Hanging out.
He's even got some chocolate
Those
milk
are
on top
track
of those Cocoa
kills.
Puffs.
They
Wow.
go down to 5.
That's
That's
a-
a 4K gold swing.
FY.
That's some whole milk after how fat he is from those
That
two
is,
kills.
man. FY's just leaning back in his chair, getting comfortable, stretching a bit, you know, cracking his knuckles, taking a sip of water, and he's going to go right back at it.
Yep.
Wow.
Somnus is picking
that-
up a Hex. That'll
The
be
term I would
fun.
use for that is when a team gets too kill horny. You get a bunch, you have this huge swing, you're feeling good, the momentum rises, and then all of a sudden you're diving into trees for a lion and you feed away the gem.
That is,
Depressing.
Yeah.
Roche is up now, and if they walk, oh no, LGD's gonna walk straight into the Roche pit. Not biased at all, of course. I'm just rooting for Game 3.
yeah, of course.
LGD just the
Plowing through
invincible,
him
unstoppable machine.
Omni's going for a late Radiance.
Oh no, that's after Link. FY blinks in, immediate hex onto the Naga Siren. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble. No finger up, but that's a BKB.
Popped on this Razor. He's got a full drain. He's going to go right back into the fight with 192 damage.
Pop
Not
gets-
this Quaps is a toast.
Oh my gosh, he's getting Yules. He's gonna get Yules offensively by the Razor. The stun on top from Lion, frame canceling, much like a Nick stun. It's 100%.
And all of a sudden, 7K lead back in the favor of LGD. It was 1K about a minute and a half ago.
And now they've got an Aegis.
Right back
And that's
into
also a
Rogue.
cheese. And they can just get Aegis to Tinker, I think. And now they have
Cheese
an
goes right into
unkillable
Lycan.
Tinker, a cheese on the Lycan, a BKB Razor, and suddenly that dangling done by Lion in the top lane turned into some real tangling for LGD as they take down their main objective in the Roshan, which should lead to more objectives.
This
Maybe
Tinker
16.
only 1,700 off of a Hex. If he
Yep.
gets that, that's just going to be abusive. He's just
Yep.
going to chain Hex this quad.
Well, they're looking with the Batrider blink, possibly. Nah, he just wants to Firefly to slow down the push.
Ags Razor, remember, cheese on him as well. No ult on Lycan for just a few moments. BKB up in a second as well. Tinker can play so aggressive now because even if he gets lassoed, he's always going to be able to respawn thanks to that blink dagger. And how do you fight into this? The March spam canceling bat initiation.
Quap,
He's tracked now.
Quap does not want to buy back here. I think he might just have to hold it unless they get the Batrider lasso. Never mind. He immediately buys back. They net up the Razor, who hasn't BKB just yet, that AoE Shadow Strike, but the Disruptor's just dying to Wolves on the side, and he's already going down. He has buyback ulti as well. They lasso the Razor. He's BKB. He's taking virtually no damage. He does have the cheese still, so I doubt he's going to go down. Armel's getting ran at by Chalice, who's still in ulti form. The Disruptor ulti onto Ame, but he still has the cheese. He goes down to the finger on the side of the Batrider. He's hitting him on Raven, but he's still got the cheese. He's baiting it as long as possible.
No,
Never mind,
he
he used
used
it already.
cheese.
We saw that. I'm baiting all of chat, and he gets away on a sliver of health.
Nice Yules defensively. He buys that extra bit of space, and all of a sudden TNC Heroes, they have to just back away immediately. Here they come in again. FY does
blinks
use the stun.
back
He's going to
in.
get silenced as well, but they don't have detection. Ame's going to go for the grip on Armel. Super low. He does not have BKB. You can kill
Ame
Ame.
is down.
A little aggressive there.
Tinker with the Dagon 3 pickup. He's going to come right back into this fight.
And Raven might just go down to this Dagon.
Oh, there's the
the
song.
They're
They
looking
know
found him.
he's
They
there.
found him. Here comes the meteor hammer. Will this be enough is the question. A blink in from Armel. Ame buys back. The stun misses onto the Quap. They've got to kill this
He
Tinker.
does have Scream.
Oh, he has Aegis. It doesn't even matter. TP out from Raven under the cover of Repel. Still an ulti up on the Quap, but he's in trouble now.
There is no buyback on this
Just
swap.
spam Yulzing him. They don't have any real disable till F5 gets here is the
He's
problem.
out.
Oh, they get the track
Oh.
though.
Does the Sligan? How long does the
BKB
Sligan have
up in
ulti?
3
He's
seconds.
got half
Oh my god,
duration
that
ulti.
needs
That's it.
Nope, he's out. He has no buyback though. You gotta run. You gotta run. Glimpse this Tinker. Chalice chasing Armel. He has BKB up. The GA. He blinks it. He's back into the base. Will it be enough? Tinker's Yulzes himself in the face. Quap or Lycan gets bat lassoed. Ame's BKB to the base.
That was everything to save your Quap, though. Meanwhile, LGD
Oh,
just
glimpse
walks it off.
onto the Lycan, who's going to go down without anything to boot. He actually has buyback if he so
screen.
chooses to use it. Ame's already bought back. This is a dieback from Ame. I whispered it so it's more impactful. He's down for 120 seconds.
He gets out.
And Armel barely lives, and he's going to have that scream of pain, 1 second fear, or 1.5 seconds if he chooses to level it. What do you take here? Do you take the spell block?
I think so. I'm not sure, honestly. The fear is pretty insane in this game, especially against the Lycan. When you just fear his Necros and Wolves away from you, like that buys so much time. That's true. I think it goes either way.
Do we want to talk about the fact that this Tinker just said, I don't want this Hex anymore.
I'm gonna buy
Screw
it.
that. Dagon 3, TP right back into the fight.
Dude,
Sadly, it didn't pay off, but like that was a bold move.
Bold move, gone. Indeed.
See if
I
it
gotta
pays
say, Cuckoo, if
See
he's
if
not
it pays
tilted
off
by
for him.
now, 116 and 17, not having a great game. As you saw, he just gets ran up by Lycan summons, and that's the big issue with Disruptor against Lycan, because you might glimpse him, but you can't really do much against those creeps. And
We've got
he's-
Bounty just walking back in here. They might find Predator.
There's
I mean,
Tinker.
sorry,
That's a
Cuckoo.
free Tinker. They find oh no.
There's Cuckoo. Cuckoo's out.
Oh, Cuckoo.
There's a Courier. Courier gets shielded.
Tim's is running in with the song and the gem.
Oh.
They could get Tinker here twice if they so choose to commit to it with the Queen of... Oh, he just blinks out.
Wow.
Did he not toggle his? Oh, he doesn't have a Soul Ringer. I mean, not Soul Ring.
Nova may be in some
Bassi or
trouble
anything.
here, but I think that's the least of their concerns on the side of LGD. He goes down to the net, and he doesn't quite have that Lotus Orb down on the Bounty Hunter. He does have buyback if he so chooses to use it. There is a DD rune top that may come into play.
You said he doesn't have a Bassi. Can you explain that mechanic, Josh?
I mean, I can, but I feel like that's giving a little unfair advantage. But with the change in the duration for Song Cancel and Meteor Hammer, it used to be you could just shift cancel your ulti, and it would hit guaranteed, frame perfect. The only thing you could do was BKB, activate a Magic Immune like, you know, Life Stealer or Jug, or a BKB, obviously. But now they changed it a little bit, so it's I believe it's
That's
three
a point.
frames,
Yeah,
three
it's a point.
frames off. So if you toggle a Bassi or an Aquila on off three
If you
times
shift
in
queue it.
between the ulti and the Meteor Hammer, it will hit frame perfect again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mechanics.
So then
As long as it's not Kyle telling me the mechanics, I trust you.
so then your boy Tinker can't blink out of it like he just did.
Damn.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's because you have to shift queue it if you want to get it off properly.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Essentially,
So Meteor Hammer, shift, Bassi, Bassi,
Are
Bassi.
they actually going to find this Lycan despite smoking underneath a ward?
they might.
Oh my god, they went the wrong direction. Chalice.
Oh,
Or
or
they're
did
going to
they?
find him. They're going to find him. Lasso on to Chalice. He's looking like he's going to get bursted. Gets Glimmer Cape, but that shouldn't be enough. Ulti to BKB,
He
and
is
he goes
dead.
down to the Queen of Pain ulti. He has buyback, but no ulti or BKB.
There's a Radiance up on the Omni now. Does TNC win this game somehow? Because honestly, the longer it gets, like, if they do win a 6-slot war at a point, because Quap will be an incredible hero, the Omni Knight becomes nigh unkillable, and Batrider Naga, while they don't have net worth, their kits are enough. You saw the lasso. It's going to land a kill the entire game if somebody gets caught alone. This would be a hell of a comp. If TNC win this game, I will be very impressed,
Quap is
especially
just
considering.
hasting down mid. He knew what he was doing when he took this Shadow Strike, man. He just walks into a wave,
Yep.
QE, get out of there. He knows exactly what he's doing. This man's talents are actually not comparable to a majority of heroes in this game. It's just ridiculous.
Well, one of the all-time legends of Dota.
It's just ridiculous.
Wow.
I don't think that quote was accurate, but it was a good try, BSJ. You do your best work when you're copying other people, I must say. In the meantime, bottom lane, a push coming in from the Quap Omni Disruptor bet. Lasso's coming up in just a moment. Naga following.
Do you have
Lycan
any
is
ice?
dead.
Please.
I got a cold monster over here.
Oh, baby. Josh always there for me in the clutch. Okay, they use the Meteor Hammer, gets blocked by the fortification. Lycan's back alive, has all of his shenanigans back, the BKB as well as the ultimate.
And Armel feeling confident, man. He is smacking away at this tower. Gets the T2. He's just sitting here in their face. He's got his team behind him right now, but there's no FY lurking in the trees this time.
This is what I wanted his item build to be, but with Lincoln's before Orchid.
Yeah.
And however,
And
he
Logic of
kind of made plays with it, so I can't really fault him either direction. But this
He
is
did.
where Quap becomes really powerful because you're no longer able to just 100-0 burst him down, especially when there's a Naga, an Omni Knight, a Lasso all behind him.
And he did force this Tinker to buy a Yules, which is occupying
true.
one of his very valuable slots.
Good
he
point.
is on his way to Hex again still, but he's too scared now. He wants to wait for that surplus gold to go all the way up to that 5,700. He's not going to buy it yet. And I guess, you know, if
Ame has
buying,
a Manta.
buying an Orchid forces that
Quite a
awkward
late
build,
Manta,
that's
but
probably worth it.
But I think he might need that Manta against the Naga.
Oh,
during
good
his
scan
BKB.
from Radiant. They're not smoked, but they do have possession of the high ground. In the meantime, Armel blinks in onto the Arcane Rune. Oh, they get the Orchid onto the line and the Lasso. He's going to go down almost immediately. Repel, and BKB popped already. If they can get the
No
bounty as
buyback.
well. Yep, this is going to be a kill on bounty. He gets netted. In the meantime, Lycan ulti is chasing, but you can't pursue into this. You cannot fight in this area if you're Tinker. You're far too exposed, and just
Somnus is running away.
they might
knows he
catch
can't do
Chalice here as well. He's got TP and BKB. Maybe
They're
they can
pinging him
force
out.
that.
They know exactly
He
where
didn't
he
BKB.
is.
Blink Scream. Oh, he didn't go
I
for
don't,
it.
man, who was that? Cuckoo called exactly where he was. Pinged right on his face.
That's all those Cocoa Puffs, man.
Yeah, and Armel just said no, man. Playing it safe. I want these creeps. But, I mean, ultimately, they won that fight. They're feeling good.
Roche is going to be up in
Roche.
about a minute, it looks like.
Yep.
Okay, and there's a DD rune top that they see that's up for another minute. They can choose to push mid possibly off of that DD, give it to the Omni Knight who has right clicks for 360 at this point in the
This
game.
game is real scary,
Never
and
mind.
I got to point to the Rod of Atos Lycan. In the event LGD inevitably somehow managed to lose this game, although actually that makes it sound like TNC is not playing out of the court because they've been nuts. It all comes back to that song "Turnaround" by Tims on
That
the
is
high
true.
ground where they end up killing the
That
Tinker
is
plus
true.
one. The thing is, they got to do that again. They need to kill maybe to win this game. You
They're
cannot
looking
give
for
away
him.
third Roche either.
Oh my god, they tried to use the Sentry for vision. They actually almost caught him there. That Sentry was so close. Doesn't it give like 150 AoE vision or something,
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that was really close. If he had planted that in the trees, he would have found him.
I love the build from Naga. He's got a pipe up. You need one of those against a Tinker if you have if you want any hope of winning the game. And he's also itemizing for a Hex, which I love.
And he has
need
a
more-
7-second cooldown net because of that level 20 talent.
That's
which
the
is pretty
talent to
bonkers.
use. Not that mirror image. You're a support Naga, but obviously that's given. Bounty takes that one ward. That Tinker ward bottom still active, however. In the meantime, Raven so farmed. He's going to go BKB next, probably get rid of that hood at a point. Bot's finished as well, so their map control is a lot stronger. Oh, initiation onto the Omni Knight. He's in a lot of trouble. Sorry, that's the Quap. The GA comes out.
Does have BKB up still, but I don't know if it'll be enough. He's out. He turns,
He's invulnerable
screams.
during the Omni Knight ulti as well as the BKB.
If he's not going to die here, Razor
does have a
super low.
blink up.
Oh,
1
he
second.
doesn't get it off.
Buyback, please, Quap. Yes.
Buyback from Omar. Here he comes.
Immediate
They're kiting
buyback.
Chalice a bit.
Ame
Ame, so
is
much
down.
damage. He's going to go down, though. He has buyback available.
Lion's in trouble with that 1.5 second fear. He has
There
the
it
Lotus Orb, but he goes down as well. No buyback on Lion. He's
Yep.
actually a very
Roshan.
important hero.
That's beautiful. That's exactly what you got to do. There's a buyback on Razor, but as we've said many times, that team that uses the first buyback, you're now in control of the game. You can force Roche. Razor's got to make a decision. Do I want to buy back and contest Roche, or do I just stay dead? And this is worth it. You're going to get an Aegis on Quap.
Wow.
And this is the refresher shard, too. Who
Yeah,
you put that
the-
on? You put that on the
Omni
Naga?
Knight?
You
probably put it on
You
Quap,
put that
I
on the
think.
Omni, boys. Come on.
Double BKB, double
You don't have
Shivas.
the item slots for that. You 100% give. Look, guys, double repel, double GA. Did you see what just happened there? You're getting.
I mean,
dominated.
it is a 10-second repel at this point in the game. That's the duration of any fight going on at this
Okay,
stage.
Kyle, you can
That's
have
a good
this
point.
one.
Oh
But
yeah.
They didn't even they gave it to the Batrider, who has double BKB, double ulti, double
Okay,
four-staff
I'll
blink.
take that. I'll take
You know
that
what? I'll
too.
take the all of us were wrong here.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
good. And so, no,
Equally-
but you know,
Of
backtrack
course
a bit.
we're-
We did all say Batrider first, you know. Just,
Yeah,
Agreed,
yeah.
agreed. I
keep it
heard
clear
that.
here.
Whispered it in my ear 1st, and I just said, no, you're wrong, but then he's right, so... Wait, that we were all right.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what we said. My
yeah,
bad,
no,
my bad.
it was the other way around.
Jesus.
Oh
We've
my
got
God.
X Nova
Oh,
just lurking by the base, waiting for this courier, and it's 47 minutes in the game, and they
And
are
there's-
still dodging the courier snipe. I respect that, TNC.
Oh no, no.
Even with this ward, no, it's gone.
Look at that. They know he's there somehow. They got the spidey senses.
They
or something.
actually know he's there.
He's escorting the courier. Oh, you know why? I think it's because that ward. Nope, it wasn't in tower range. Maybe they saw him place it.
That's impressive. I'm impressed. That is dedication.
Dude, TNC,
right
I
there.
cannot believe they've kept their composure like this. One of the major criticisms for SEA teams in the past was always just a lack of discipline in these sorts of pressure situations. TNC, they haven't won a BO3 in a main stage in so long, and yet somehow they've found the tenacity to battle back against a polished LGD team that's been routinely competing for first or second place at majors.
TNC. Nope, that's a stretch.
Josh, corner.
I'll get my dunce hat, man.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, man. The smoke comes out. This could be huge. This is your timing. You've got double, bat, refresher, blink BKB. It is rapidly approaching 8 a.m. local time, but we are at the edge of our seats as TNC makes a smoke move that may find the X-Nova Bounty Hunter. Not the kill they're looking for, but a kill nevertheless.
LGD in their base. I guess
They found
they're waiting. Oh, wow. That's a value pick on this bounty. He is out of the fight. No buyback.
Yep. Mjolnir on Quap, by the way.
They do have to deal with this lane bot. They're sending Tim's back to take care of that enormous wave. He's going to be happy with all this farm.
He's possibly going back for a mech instead of that sheepstick.
This is the part of the game, by the way, where the Quap is suddenly the hero that does the most right-click damage in the map. You can argue Lycan does more, but he's so easily kited, and he's going to be playing into GA.
But this
if the
Mjolnir-
Quap stays alive, he will kill everyone.
The damage buff on Mjolnir, putting the active up on anyone getting targeted by Lycan, all of a sudden this is just an enormous spike in damage.
Yep, and just plus he took the attack speed talent earlier on. He's got he just does real
pre-planned,
right-click damage, and this is where Quap hits a point where you're suddenly a right-click carry more so than just this huge burst initiator that then doesn't really offer very much
And
more.
he's
to the
going in
last
for that
18 fight.
Bloodthorn next. He's making sure that he deals the most damage on map.
Yep, he's also slot star.
He wants to see those. He wants to see those red numbers.
They do have
on
the
him.
completed sheepstick on the Naga.
Oh, he didn't go for that mech. He had the mech queued up. I
Yeah.
thought he was going to change it up last minute.
He's going Ags next, which I agree with, because then you just song, your team heals to full, and you continue taking a fight. And this is where, in all honesty, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the LGD lineup runs out of damage at a point, because they're so reliant on Link and on Tinker to make things happen for them. And when you're now forced to play into like a GA, multiple BKBs, massive amounts of sustain, the pipe, etc., you're at a point now where you don't have the ability to land kills in a burst window, and all of a sudden you're taking a sustained team fight against
FY
Omni
found
Knight.
on the hill up here. That was an interesting find.
Yep, here
but
comes the Razor. There's a lasso available. Armel's going to BKB. Razor in a lot of trouble. There
Armel
comes
does
GA
have
number one.
Song.
A Dagon onto Cuckoo. He's going to go down immediately. Huge ultimate comes out from the Quap. He's not going to be able to find the Tinker, even though he gets silenced. The lasso onto the Razor. He's going to go down. Oh, the refresher shard pop, but Bat ends up going down.
And Lycan's going down with him.
Meteor Hammer Hex on top, but always
Oh,
hasted
he's
away.
There's Glimpse back. Netted.
net.
He is dead.
Do you buy back if
That's a
you're...
buyback on Razor already.
You buy back on bad 100% here. In
I
this
don't-
game. Oh,
I don't know if
he
he
has, never
can.
mind, he has Lycan buyback. I thought he might have used it in the previous
He
fight.
does.
The gem's still stuck in the corner. Oh, man, if Sam H had just managed to live through that initial engagement, that would have been huge for them. Like, he would have had another lasso to finish up another kill.
He
or
has bots, so I think if they manage to get the initiation in base, you actually buy back
buy
on
back
Lycan.
in
Look, does
Or on
Naga,
the- on
is
the
Naga
Bat
going to go
Rider.
first? Oh, I thought he was going to song there. I think you might want to blink, actually, before the Ags even. You still have Aegis on the Quap. Now you just want this tier 3. You kill the tier 3, get some map control. I think you can maybe count that as a win. Oh my gosh, the Rocket's mini
He's
stun
got
now.
this 10-second repel coming up again in a second. 5 seconds till Omni has it up. He might just keep smacking away at this T3. Here's the repel. I'm sure he's just right back in.
Just want this tier 3. How long on Aegis? We got 1 minute left, so you can play a little aggressive if you're RML, but you don't want to ever be forced to buy back if you're Quap. You're playing against Tinker, Hex, and a Lion. If you're ever in a position where getting all in leads to your death and no buyback, like, it's just game. You can't win this game if you're TNC without Quap, just like LGD has no chance of winning this game without Tinker, and that's the name of the game right now. I'd argue Omni Knight is actually equally as important as the Quap, but I just don't see him dying. He's a strength hero. Come on.
Look at this.
He's only
Razor's
at
farm at this point in the
3,200
game.
health, though. He's not very stat heavy. He went for that Yules and that Lincolns, that Radiance. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Usually you see him at like
Yeah.
4 or 5k. But
Notable, why is he so farmed, guys? 90 GPM level 10, 90 damage level 15. Talents.
talents
Changing
are-
the game since
talents
whenever they were
are
added to
good.
the game.
But wait, hey, did you realize that Lion has a 90 damage
Yes,
talent
we
at
talked
level
about that
I know,
already.
that was the
You-
joke.
oh.
That was, come on.
Jesus, Josh.
Come on, man.
Josh, you're trying too hard.
Oh my God.
Quit it with the corny jokes. Take it professionally. Thank you. This is a major.
So where are we going from here? I mean, I guess we just wait now.
Yeah, I mean,
people are just sitting on buybacks, kind of scared of taking interaction.
Naga's getting a nullifier, by the way.
What's the perfect team fight for TNC here? Is it the Naga song
I
in?
mean, you
No,
just
it's another
the
Radiance.
thing is,
Wait to
no,
get going on?
the Naga is the X factor now because you have 1 a Hex,
That is
2 a
another-
BKB piercing net with a shorter cooldown than duration, and 3 you always have Song. So Naga, like when the game gets this late, TNC's draft is nuts because they don't have a single worthless core. On the flip side, Lycan doesn't do anything to GA. Lion and Bounty, like Bounty specifically, just becomes worthless. You can't get more gold when you're 6 slotted, and even Razor, like he's gonna fall off because he doesn't have a reliable drain target. Maybe Omni Knight, sure, but he's got a Lincoln's, and you can't really target him either. So
I just want to point out that this Disruptor's buyback is, when it's on cooldown, or off cooldown, is 350 gold.
It is still, it is a 53-minute game. He has Tranks, wards, a TP,
and a gem.
He's 4-slotted.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's
Whoa,
a
get
gem.
that gem, Kuku. Go back there. That's
network.
twice
There's
your
2
network
gems. There-
doubled.
They might, there's another gem next to the Omni Knight right here.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Wow.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Wait, my name's Stan. What? Okay. Nobody
What's his
saw it.
buyback at now? 367,
I don't think
Doesn't
that
change
changes
it,
your
doesn't
network.
change it.
Yeah.
sadly.
Tinker Ward placed. Now here's the thing. If you're TNC, keep collecting runes. I love it. Give 1 to the Omni Knight. That Radiant's now going to allow him to just push out side lanes. And you just wait for Roche. Maybe you get a big double rune. Roche may respawn between 45 seconds and 3 minutes 45 seconds from now.
As Brian already said, there is also another Radiance up on this Naga. He's
Really?
split
No.
pushing with illusions as
He
well,
bought-
side by side. Yeah. They're
I don't
not,
mind it, actually.
I mean, this Tinker was just pushing into their side lanes. They were taking damage on that top T2 from Tinker alone. He was just sending waves at their base, and now if they have these two Radiances, I don't think there's any way.
I think it's Radii.
Radii? It is. Radiance Sai. Radiance says as.
Radiance.
How are
Radiance.
you
That's it.
guys doing? Because it feels to me like you guys are still somewhat mentally present, but now you're making some conversations, and I'm thinking
Look,
you guys
man,
might be slipping.
I just wanted to encourage Brian to be himself, you know?
Yep. Be yourself, Chad.
Maybe you could be a little
yourself.
bit less yourself.
That's what the women always told me, but it was always a bit too late, you know?
One single
I don't know how to
tear
respond to that.
splashes
Look, the
against
thing about the
table.
Naga Radiance is that when you shove these lanes where they are, if you look, he's got the top and then specifically mid, right? Tinker can't really deal with these as the same as if they were actually in the creep wave. And I think that's part of why this item makes a lot of sense to me, because you force Tinker to either deal with his wave by his own base or the one by that's actually meeting in the middle, and it allows you to maintain just more pressure on the map, which is really the only way I think LGD has a real win window, because this next Aegis should give TNC like a guaranteed window to win a fight.
Lycan is just sending his minions at these shrines right now. He already got bot shrine. He's sending this lovely radiant melee creep up at the other shrine top, letting it smack away there while they
It is quite
dance
lovely.
around top lane. Looks
Yeah,
like
they're just waiting for Roche.
TNC is just taking control, trying to keep LGD in this crease now.
Yep.
What is Naga's level
2
25
seconds on Roche.
talent?
It's 30% evasion to Riptide armor.
Yeah, obviously.
What do you take here, actually?
I have no idea. Probably
I don't think I've ever
evasion.
seen a level 25 support Naga. Yeah, 30% evasion is actually pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lose their shrines, which I think, that's the best thing about LGD. They always try to make the best of a bad situation where, yeah, they're kind of completely devoid of any map control, but they somehow manage to take shrines thanks to Chalice's split push. And that's something, because it means that any TPs of any non-bots hero, of which there aren't many, but, Quap doesn't have them. Naga doesn't have them. They are forced now to TP to base and run all the way out, which is going to be that tier 2 top tower, but still, that's 10 seconds more travel time. Could be a difference maker, but in the meantime, they're going to just camp Roche. I'd love to see them just do it, because LGD is right on the other side of the map. As soon as they see somebody show down here, maybe they go into it, but in the meantime, they're just going to deal with the creep waves.
I want to point out that this Disruptor now has level 20, 180 GPM talent. His net
Oh,
worth is about
wow.
to skyrocket.
There you go.
Oh, wow. He's
But that
feeling
He's
also
still buying
doesn't,
wards,
it
though.
increases the cost of his buybacks, though.
I feel like this Disruptor should not be buying wards. Why is my 9k gold Omni Knight not buying some
That's a
wards?
great question.
That's
there's
actually
definitely
relevant. And that
definitely
Axe will be a game changer to follow up that.
9.5k on the Quap as well.
Wow.
5,930 surplus. He's got more than enough.
There's a
in
courier.
his-
No, the
Wow.
wards.
Not the wards.
X Nova.
Oh,
the glimpse.
Will it be enough? They get the
Oh,
TP.
TP's
They're
out.
TPing in the Batrider. Oh, it's too late.
Yeah, he's gone.
They get the Aegis, though. That's all good. Who gets all the items?
Pressure on
Sam
Bat
H again.
again.
He has a Lincolns of his own. This Tinker's job is actually quite difficult. Same with the Lion.
So what you do now, right? It's awkward a bit, but if you're TNC, you straight up blink into the enemy base, and with Shiva's active, and you find somebody, preferably Tinker,
Bottom
but
lane.
you'll accept Lion as well because the Lion is a key target. If you take him out, there's no disable left anymore, and if they can then find him again, that's pretty much GG. You just literally can dive the Tinker, and there's no one that can stop you because there's literally no stuns.
And then if they do catch you out of place for whatever reason it might be, you have this Naga song to come in and break up the fight again. You can reset. He did not go the Ags like you were talking about. I mean, he's still got another slot, so he could very soon if this game
I
goes
think
long
you
enough,
buy
but
Blink next, honestly.
I
don't
really like the Blink.
Yeah, I just think right now the BKBs are so low on the side of LGD. If you just catch them,
It's more
or
about
you can
timing,
blink
yeah.
net even, like that can just win you the game.
I think it's super important that they get this Disruptor Eggs because you can follow up the song with it, and they can't
Yep.
BKB, blink, or anything out of it. They have
Yep,
no
I agree.
counterplay to it. It's super important. Stop buying wards,
Yeah.
Cuckoo.
It's actually one of, if not the
dedicated.
only things that prevents BKBs out of song. Like
Yeah.
there's near like I think the only other thing that's possible is frame canceling stuns. Like if you come awake inside of a Nyx or a Lion stun, I believe that'll persist and you won't be able to BKB. But I'm 100% sure this Ag's Disruptor will, and I'm glad they're trying to give him these lanes because yes, that is what you
Okay,
should
Armel,
do.
what
Hang on,
is
though,
that?
LGD is hunting. LGD is hunting. They have a ward placed on the high ground as well. This could be
Cuckoo's
bad.
running
Cuckoo
in.
did
He
finish
has
the Bloodborne.
buyback. And it costs like no gold. Oh, they actually
He's
saved
alive.
him.
That's the repel off on Cuckoo. He's got his
Bounty
spells
Hunter in a lot
up.
of trouble. He's dead. Lasso.
He's getting that ulti up on the Razor. Razor is caught.
Cuckoo in a lot of trouble. GA came out though.
The
You
net
have
on the-
another.
oh,
You
he
have
misses
no
the net
refresher
on
though.
Lycan.
They used both lassos somehow already at the start of the fight. Razor BKB about to fade. They do not have another GA. In the meantime, Quap's still doing a ton of damage. Hex out onto Razor. Lotus Orb reflecting back onto the Naga, but the Razor's going to go down. He heals himself, but he is dead 100%. Quap is going to die, but he has Aegis. Tinker does not. He is dead.
Tinker is dead.
Buyback
Tinker has
immediately on the
buyback,
Razor.
both
Buyback on the
buyback.
Razor. Bounty Hunter's about to go down. Actually, Lotus Swords himself and saves himself with
Oh,
the
this is
urn.
because they have the refresher shard on the Quap instead.
He goes down.
He's got BKB. He finds the Tinker. Tinker no buyback. This could be it.
That's Bloodthorn.
Tinker dead.
Oh!
Maybe goes down. Now even
Razor,
Omni
no-
Quap. Naga's can buy back as well. Everybody
Is
buy
it
back. Let's
buyback
go,
on-
boys. Let's
on
go.
Lycan? Chalice is coming back into this fight.
Game 3,
Lion
Lion
boys.
gets
getting
5. Nope, just kidding. Lion's dead. He's got to buy back 2, but that does not matter. 15,000 gold advantage for TNC. Omni Knight's still going to chase. Their base, though, look at the tier 4s. Not really going to matter, but at the same time, that is a bit of pressure. Lion's
Ulti
going to
is
buy
up in
back.
10 seconds on Chalice. He is getting hexed, though. I don't think he can make it out of this
Lion in a
line.
lot of trouble. If you kill this Lion, there's the Organ on the line.
Lotus
They
Swords
got to kill the
galore.
Lion. Tim's is going to get chased away. He
He
still
does
has
still
Song,
have
though.
Song.
He has Song.
Alme no buyback. He has no BKB either.
He's trying to
For
use
5
it.
seconds.
He's trying to use it. There it is.
There it is.
Song disengaged. Lycan is still
Just
BKB,
hit this guy.
but
Hit
he's
this
getting
guy.
dead.
There you go. They have no Meteor Hammer, but the Hex is going to spawn in a second. Razor in a lot of
Yeah,
trouble. He
immediately
pops his
onto Ame.
BKB, but Armel just right-clicking, but he dies. He
Buyback.
dies to the Razor ultimate. In the
Cheese
meantime,
popped on
Raven,
Raven's stuck.
he's
He
still
can't
so
heal
low.
himself.
Oh my god, they bought
Where's the
back
team
the
stay
Quap.
alive? He's got buyback. He's got buyback. Just buy back. There's no Tinker. There's no Razor. Everybody buy back. Tim's is alone and dying. Why are they not buying back?
Armel is just pushing out mid-wave. Tinker has 60 seconds left on his respawn. That's it. I thought this was the end of the game.
Now they're buying back. Oh my goodness. They didn't kill the Lion. As you can see, like they did not kill FY on his buyback. And then he's able to just get off
He
3
was
or
able
4
to-
rounds of spells. The Lotus Orb, the
He
4 staff
instant
like
Lotus
glimmers.
2 nets that fight
Yep.
that I witnessed. Probably more.
There's actually too much to talk about. All 3 of us are trying to do play-by-play. I'm sure
I'm
we're
trying to back
still
out.
inadequate in comparison to one Toby, one, or OD Pixel.
I
But
can't
you know
even
what? We're
handle the
trying
laning
our
stage.
best.
I can't even
Dakota-
handle the laning stage. How am I supposed to get rid of this shit?
Dakota was kicking ass earlier too, though. You know, he was making me feel good. You
Hey,
know,
3 heads are better than 1. That's what they always say. In the meantime, Razor is dead for a while, but so is Naga. TNC now in a position.
No buybacks on their course.
Yes, exactly. And I repeat, let me swap to buyback status real quick.
Let's
Does
do it.
anybody have one left?
Disruptor.
Yes. Cuckoo has buyback.
Cuckoo the
That's
clutch master.
Our boy.
coming in hot. He does have a blink up now with that 180 GPM talent.
Looks like they might get 1 Rax, but Tinker's going to respawn. It's a
Just
bit
get this
dangerous.
lane of Rax.
AC
3
on the
seconds.
Omni Knight.
I think they're committing to this. Just the
Yeah,
just the
Propel,
melee.
get the
That's
hell
it.
out,
He's getting
guys.
ranged as well. Oh, he's feeling
There's still
good
no
about
Razor
himself.
for 50.
Feeling frisky.
They're going top.
I don't know about. I mean, there's no Razor. It's a good point, but I'm just scared.
This
I'm
is
just scared.
questionable.
Thing
They
is,
do have the
LGD
bonus Lincolns up on
Yeah.
Quap right now, so he is
That's
hanging
2
out.
extra
That's
Lincolns.
2 bonus. Oh,
it's
wow.
much harder for LGD to take a fight though, because at the end of the day, if they lasso Tinker, that's it. There isn't enough save. Although, I mean, there's Lotus.
They're just taking that T3. All right, they're happy with that.
Okay,
Going to
okay.
kill this shrine here. Gonna
Refresher
regroup.
Quap.
Roche has quite a few minutes left.
I think you might want to wait for it if you're TNC, but this is the part of the game where there is no more Dota. I think Denny spoke about it in an interview like 3 years ago about how you get to a certain point in the late game and nothing makes sense anymore. It's all about, okay, who gets that 1 second window to make a play, that play is made, that hero dies, and all of a sudden you lose the game. On a 60-minute slugfest can be decided by one individual's mistake. But thank goodness there's no BSJ or Josh in this game. They're just here with me on the panel. Thank God.
This
game
would
would
have
already
been
been
over.
over
Man.
at
Yeah, there
20
we go. You should have seen our turbo matches the other day.
Oh
dude.
my God.
Oh.
Kyle was a little bit too heavy, not going to lie.
All right.
Okay, so
There's a DD pickup on Ame right now. I don't know if they're going to utilize that or not.
Not
I
the
would guess
best
they're going
DD
to run
hero.
right down the lane. They smoke into the TNC's jungle.
They saw the bounty on that ward in their own jungle. So
Line
this is where,
drawn.
if you're TNC, maintain a powerful ball. Continue double Lincoln Zing your Quap. He has Refresher in his stash at the moment. Bat's going to find... Oh, no. They have vision. They get the Hex onto the Bat Rider. The Nullifier as well. Here comes Quap. Big Disruptor ulti. That's an Ag's ultimate. In the meantime, Razor, that's a double damage. He has double BKB and ultimate popped already. Bat's going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to just chase him down, but the GA
Tinker
is
down. No buyback.
Tinker down.
Game.
Tinker,
Wow.
why is Tinker in the middle of the... What happened?
Nullifier
The
on the
salt
Quap.
comes
He also
out.
has no
Nullifier.
buyback or
Oh,
Quap the
he
cheese.
popped cheese.
The repel into the cheese.
He does have
Into the
Refresher
sun.
in his
Meteor
inventory
hammer.
now.
Oh, FY's going to blink it away. Naga's going to go down here.
Razor double ulti going still.
Oh, my.
Has
No
that
DD.
second BKB.
Quap does still
Four
have
on
Refresher.
4
He's
on 3. You
watching.
don't need to back. Kill
There it is.
Chalice. They're killing
Chalice is
Chalice. All right.
No
buyback,
no
no
BKB.
link.
This is it.
He's
This
dead.
is it.
There's no link.
That's
Here
it.
comes FY. It's not going to be enough.
That's why I carry
And
them.
LGD, are you saying the magic words? There it is.
GG, baby.
There it is.
Woo!
Game 3, boys. As we knew from the very start.
Yes. Advanced analysis coming out from me.
We're going to be able
Absolutely.
to get lunch at McDonald's before this series
Beautiful.
is over.
What do you mean McDonald's, man? Chick-fil-A. Come on, Chick-fil-A all day.
Unbelievable. TNC Predator taking a wild one here
one?
at the MDL Changsha Major. I am so happy. I told you this was going to be the barn burner. This is going to be the one that we wanted to see.
I need to get myself a new pair of boxers, boys.
That's way TMI. But you know what? To counteract, I think this was just unbelievable. TNC maintained their composure. They end up finishing this game 50 to 51.
Let's
But
look at
they
these stats.
battled.
Let
They
me read off
battled
some
for this
stats
one.
here. Stats don't lie, man. What do we got? What do we got? Armel with the 63k hero damage.
Yep.
Tinker only sitting at 42. You would have thought. You would have thought more out of this.
I
Tinker.
think
thought he had
maybe-
a good enough start.
Yeah, I was not impressed by maybe Stinker. I think that of all players, like he was the one that had the chance to win his team the game, and just wasn't able to. I think he was just out of position. I didn't even notice he was in the middle somehow. He wasn't lassoed, was he? Because
No,
they
they
he
just-
just
they
well,
last
he,
second
just
said-
he bought back, and the thing is, he has bots too. So he TP'd directly onto the head of another hero, I believe, and just got caught
was
in the middle.
there. Because
Yeah.
I'm just like, wait, who is that? Oh, it's Tinker. I thought that was Bounty or something, and then all of a sudden,
Wait
he's
a minute,
just
that's
dead.
their most valuable hero in
Yeah,
this team fight.
as soon as
Just in
Tinker
the middle.
dies, it's over.
You know, I was
Yeah.
flaming Armel a little bit for this. You know, the Veil into the Orchid, but it really did, forcing Tinker to buy that Yules that he then later had to sell for the item slots, and also when he got really aggressive mid and insta-bought this Dagon instead of the Hex he was committing to. I think he just sort of lost track of what he wanted to do. He was trying to make these plays and trying to be flashy, and it just didn't work out.
I'm not going to
And it's
lie. I
kinda
like the fact that LGD kind of said, we're ahead. Let's buy items that aren't necessarily traditional, but they have a place in this game. And I'm not saying they were correct. The examples are the Atos and the Dagon.
Yeah.
But this is quite a different LGD than we've been seeing so far this tournament, who's kind of been playing scared, in my opinion. And I
Very,
feel
very
like
safe.
Yes, safe. Safe is a better word, exactly. And I feel like, despite the fact that it didn't work out for him this game, I like the balls.
Yeah, the cojones.
The
you know,
Yeah.
cojones.
I would say they learned from the last time they played against Naga, and they were like,
Yeah.
all right, we're just over this shit. We're going to TI. We're incredibly good looking. We are sponsored by Paris Saint-Germain.
yeah, that's
Why
true.
are we wasting our time with these amateurs?
That's
Yes.
true.
But you know what?
These
Turns out they're
amateurs.
not amateurs after all, because TNC took them a while, but they came back, they thwopped them, and now we got a game 3.
But
Yeah.
now, I mean, going back to this PSG thing, you know, LGD just gets to wipe their couple tears onto this lovely red jacket.
They use the $100 bills.
Okay. Thank you.
wipe the
Thank you.
tears.
Let's go to a quick break. We're gonna have game 3 coming up pretty soon. These guys need some caffeine desperately because
Wait, which one?
they-
That one right there.
Both of them. Thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna have game 3 coming up in just a minute. Thanks for braving through the night with us. This is MDL After Dark. We'll be back to you shortly after these messages.